So you have to be quiet here.
Two or 3 days and nights went by. I reckon I might say they swum by. They slid along so quiet and smooth and lovely. Here's the way we put in the time. It was a monstrous big river down there, sometimes 1.5 miles wide. We run nights and laid up and hid daytimes. Soon as night was most gone, we stopped navigating and tied up, nearly always in the dead water under a towhead, and then cut young cottonwoods and willows and hid the raft with them. Then we set out the lines. Next we slid into the river and had a swim, so as to freshen up and cool off. Then we sat down on the sandy bottom where the water was about knee-deep and watched the daylight come. Not a sound anywhere, perfectly still, just like the whole world was asleep, only sometimes the bullfrogs are cluttering, maybe. The first thing to see, looking away over the water, was a kind of dull line. That was the woods on the other side. You couldn't make nothing else out. Then a pale place in the sky, then more paleness spreading around. Then the river softened up, a way off, and weren't black anymore, but gray. You could see little dark spots drifting along, ever so far away, trading scows and such things, and long black streaks, rafts. Sometimes you could hear a sweep squeaking or jumbled up voices. It was so still, and sound came so far, and by you could see a streak on the water, which you knew by the look of the streak that there's a snag there in the swift current, which breaks on it and makes that streak look that way. And you must see the mist curl up off at the water, and the east reddens up in the river, and you make out a log cabin in the edge of the woods, away on the bank on the other side of the river, being a wood yard likely, and piled by them cheats so you could throw a dog through it, anywheres. Then the nice breeze springs up and comes fanning you from over there, so cool and fresh and sweet to smell on account of the woods and the flowers. But sometimes not that way, because they've left dead fish laying around, scars and such, and they do get pretty rank, and next you've got the full day and everything smiling in the sun, and the songbirds just going it. A little smoke couldn't be noticed now, so we could take some fish off the lines and cook up a hot breakfast. And afterward we would watch the lonesomeness of the river and kind of lazy along, and by lazy off to sleep. Wake up by and look to see what done it. Maybe see a steamboat coughing along upstream, so far off toward the other side you couldn't tell nothing about her, only whether she was a stern wheel or side wheel. Then for about an hour there wouldn't be nothing to hear, nor nothing to see, just solid lonesomeness. Next you'd see a raft sliding by, away off yonder. Maybe a galoot on it chopping, because they're most always doing it on a raft. You'd see the axe flash and come down. You don't hear nothing. You see that axe go up again, and by the time it's above the man's head, then you hear the ka-chunk. It took all that time to come over the water, so we could put in the day lazing around, listening to the stillness. Once there was a thick fog, and the rafts and things that went by was beating tin pans so the steamboats wouldn't run over them. A scow or raft went by, so close we could hear them talking and cussing and laughing. Heard them playing, but we couldn't see no signs of them. It made you feel crawly. It was like spirits carrying on that way in the air. Jim said he believed it was spirits.
I bet it is. I bet it is. 9215 is where I'm at. Oh, they live on the other side. Yeah. They live by the hill and
Hey, thank you, Larry.
Great. You were great.